So in this module, we're going to be talking about how to build rapport with your interviewers. And this goes back to what we were discussing at the very beginning of this course. And that is that your interviewers are assessing you not just on your ability to perform in the role, but they're also assessing you as a person and as a personality. Because at the end of the day, your interviewers want to ensure that they're hiring someone who they can get along with, someone who can work well with the rest of their team members, and someone who can gel with clients. And so building rapport goes a really long way to answering those questions in the affirmative. Conversely, if you have trouble establishing at least some level of rapport with your interviewers, then it's going to be difficult for them to hire you, because no matter how well you perform throughout the interview and how well you answer the questions, they're going to have this nagging doubt in the back of their mind as to whether or not you're the right fit for the office and the right fit for the team. So establishing rapport is really critical. Let's get into it. Rapport with your interviewers can be established on a personal level and on a professional level. Let's firstly talk about how to establish rapport on a personal level. At the beginning of your interview, your interviewers will typically kick off proceedings with a few pleasantries and some simple questions. They'll ask you things like, "How are you today? Did you have any trouble finding us? What's the weather like outside?" I'd really encourage you to engage with these questions, even though they are, quite trivial. If they ask you what the weather's like outside, tell them it's good. Tell them they can look forward to an enjoyable lunch break. Your interviewers might then engage back by telling you where they normally go for lunch, or they might tell you where the coffee's good or where the coffee's terrible. And again, you can come back to them with, "Actually, I got a coffee from that particular place before this interview, and it truly was terrible." And this little opening exchange can just really benefit you and the whole interview for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it just relaxes you into the interview. It just breaks the ice, settles your nerves down a little bit, and then you can get on with the rest of the interview after that. But more importantly, it just presents you in a good light in the minds of the interviewers. They like you right off the bat, and they sort of have a bias towards you now. They want you to do well throughout the rest of the interview. So this little opening exchange, it's important. Like, make sure that you do engage with them. Now, at the end of the interview, you'll have a similar opportunity for some, polite back and forth. As you say your farewells and your thank yous, your interviewers might ask you something like, "What have you got planned for the rest of the day?" Just answer them, engage with them. It leaves a really nice impression as you walk out the door. So that's how to establish personal rapport, and it's handy to have in your back pocket. But ultimately, your interviewers are not looking to make friends. They're looking to hire someone. And so if you really want to connect with them, you've got to establish professional rapport. That's what we'll talk about now.